Hi, hello. So yeah, we are playing Slay the Princess today. I think it's gonna be a lot of reading, even though there's a narrator in it. I don't know much, but that's my guess anyway. How are you today, by the way? How's your day? I don't know if the placement of my little detective picture will be alright, so we'll have to check if that's the right place. That corner there. Doing pretty good. Eating mac and cheese. Oh, that sounds nice. That's nice. I had good food today too. I ate sushi. And then I ate pizza. Yeah. Okay, let's see. The Hero and the Princess, Chapter 1.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Ooh. Moves if I move the... Interesting.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Ooh. Okay, so look at this. We already have this many options and reading stuff. By the way, is the sound okay? The game compared to my voice? So, we have explore options like in Scarlet Hollow. Ooh, almost all of these are explores. The game sound is a little quiet. Okay. The narrator too. I put everything up a little. Maybe I could. How's now? The narrator. Okay, I'm gonna do that to max. So we have explored the end of the world. What are you talking about? Explore. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution! Silently continue to the cabin, turn around and leave. The music can go back down a bit? Okay. So, should we ask the first question? We don't know anything anyway. So, I would just ask if the end of the world... What are you talking about? Yeah, okay.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Okay, explore. Do you wonder what happens if you pick turn around and leave? Yeah. We can try that out. I don't know how long the demo is. We'll probably be able to do more versions, but we'll see. Okay, now I see. That's a longer text and my picture is in it. So let's see, I'm gonna put it up here for now and we'll see if it's working here. Okay. So, let's see. Explore. But how can a princess locked away in a basement end the world? If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not going to kill her. Do you have any evidence to back this up? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's oh, these are still the same explorers, yeah. Killing a princess is bad. Can someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. We could still choose this if we want to. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face. It sounds reasonable, but maybe too reasonable. Okay, I'm sold. Let's get this over with. Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet. Yeah, silent to continue and turn around. Should we turn around and leave? Should we check that out? So many options. This is a bit hard to keep track of, I think. Okay, turn around.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Oh, do I know where I'm going? Okay, fine. You're persistent. I'll go to the cabin and I'll slay the princess. Ugh. Okay, fine. I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to the princess. Maybe I'll slay her. Maybe I won't. I guess we'll see. Lie. Yes, I definitely know where I'm going. Nope. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I am not going to the cabin. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. Gonna go walk in the opposite direction now. Quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Well, does it really matter? I mean, if we choose one of the same... I don't know. We could lie. Or nope. Or the only thing matters is where I'm not going. I like this one actually. I think I'm gonna choose this one. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I am not going to the cabin.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Yeah.
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
Yes.
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Oh, damn. Okay, I'm going into the cabin. Sheesh. Turn around again and leave again. That's kind of pointless. We would just end up here again, I think. So I'm going in.
That's great to hear. As long as you bring that fiery attitude to princess slaying, I think this will all resolve splendidly. A warning before you go any further.
Yeah?
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Fortunately, she's only a princess, whereas you are a valiant and talented warrior. It'll be easy, so long as you stay focused. We can't just go through with this and listen to him. She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Well, we only have one option.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay, explore, take the blade, or enter the basement without the blade. Oh my. Take it, whatever.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Oh, and now it's in my hand. Okay, enter.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi, just checking in on you. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. Or continue down the stairs. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Actually, yes. Okay. What? No way! Why would you even think that? Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. Nah, I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk. Still your nerves and step forward. I don't know. I'm gonna... What do I do? I don't know what kind of approach do I want at all, so... I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out.
Sounds boring.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Yeah. The way she's talking is so evil sounding though. Yeah. Yes. But I kind of want to try out if we just I don't know. I think for this first try maybe I don't want to slay her. I'm kind of interested what would happen if we didn't. And then try another version where we do. Because I don't know how long the demo is, but I'm sure we can make more, we can play more versions. So I think I'm gonna just drop it now.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you.
Also, we have a monster hand. Are we really a hero? I mean,
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
So this little thing is supposed to be our hand because it was holding the blade before. Since it's just a demo, we can play around and try multiple options for sure. Yeah, right? So I don't really want to take this too seriously. Just go with the flow.
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah, kind of. Oh, okay. Explore. Yeah, it's pretty awkward. Relationship? Are you coming on to me? How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're going to end the world. There's people out there who think you're a threat to the world. What do you have to say about that? What's your name? How long have you been down here? Do you know why I'm here? To kill you? Okay, we've talked enough. We didn't talk at all. Okay. What's your name, by the way?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Oh, that's her speech. It's there. So the placement is basically... I'm gonna try a new placement again. Here in the middle. Maybe that would work. Okay. Okay, so Your Royal Highness.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Okay. Awkward? Are you coming on to me? Well, it doesn't look like it. How would I get you out of here? How long have you been down here? Oh, that's an interesting question. That's an
Too
interesting
long.
question. Too long? That's it?
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Yeah, I can see that.
Don't just tell her that.
It shows that people who think that she's a threat.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
That's interesting.
Just how long has she been down here?
Yeah.
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so... dangerous?
No. Deflect. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I've been told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me. No, but I'm sure they have their reasons for keeping that information secret from me. No? And if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to trust them. Or remain silent. I think I'm gonna deflect because I'm curious what she's gonna do. I don't think she's gonna tell me though.
Princess hesitates before responding.
Yeah?
She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life.
This is so interesting that she's been here for so long.
She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Oh, I see.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear.
It's still not right. Do you think I will have a final placement that will work?
But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
A relationship? Are you? Yeah? How would I get you out of here? Okay, we've talked enough.
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't,
Yeah?
well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right?
What is she suggesting?
She is. I'm sure of it.
Oh, let's explore this.
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
You're so cold.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Slay the princess, I'm getting you out of here, examine the chains. I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. Keep her locked away. So I said that I don't want to slay her in this try, so let's just try to get her out.
Oh, you have to be kidding me.
The narrator is so quiet.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
Sometimes. Now it's louder.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
That sounds reasonable. And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas besides me cutting you out of here? I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key is still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free. Let's look around first.
I'll be here.
Okay.
You attempt
Don't
to
go
make your way
anywhere.
out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Ooh. Explore. Hey, let me out of here. Explore. Try the door. Return to the bottom of the stairs.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
So I'm basically forced to slay her, whatever I decide?
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Yeah, I heard you the first time.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
Whatever.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Well... So... okay.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain.
Those big eyes, oh my god.
You cut into her flesh.
See, I can cut her bone with this knife? Oh look, and the little knife icon is like bloody now.
The blade is sharp and you make quick work of it. Before long you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet.
Interesting.
She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Ooh.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Oh, I am some kind of creature. Look at that.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Yeah.
Watch me.
No! I don't have a choice. Oh, what is this? Warn her. Warn her.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Yeah.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it! Stop resisting me! I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes.
Thank you for noticing.
I'll make this quick.
Oh, she's gonna kill me?
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Yeah, I didn't expect anything else. Okay, chapter 2, The Prisoner. Oh, wait. We proceed even though I died?
You're on a
died?
path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Ooh, this music reminds me of Scarlet Hollow musics. Okay, explore. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Wait, hasn't this already happened? Okay, no. But I died. What am I doing here? Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks. Proceed to the cabin. Turn around and leave. But I died.
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago.
But I died.
Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying.
Ah, okay. Voice of the skeptic, that's new.
I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you. It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
Okay. Explore, let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? Uh,
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
oh, yeah?
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Mm-hmm.
You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
The absolute irony. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess. You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting. But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all.
Yeah, sure.
Sure you are.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul.
Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are.
You're talking in circles.
No, I'm talking in facts.
Very interesting. Okay. Explore. Let's talk about this princess. Proceed to the cabin or turn around and leave. Let's explore.
Just be quick about it.
The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her, and all she did was slit my throat. How is she supposed to end the world? Who locked her in the basement? What is this place? Never mind. Yeah, what?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
That's no answer. If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
Wait a second, the narrator will charm the voice of hero.
Yes, right. We're here because we're special.
Look, you're annoyed that you're here. I get it. I'm also annoyed that I'm here. But we're all in this together, and we're dealing with a bit of a ticking clock right now, so please just get to the cabin.
Why? Why? She's chained. So why do we have to hurry? She's been there for so long. Okay, explore. The only reason she was even able to kill me? Or you're being cagey. What aren't you telling me? Yeah.
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
This is not enough.
Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to trust me here.
No, I wanna know.
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. You haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that, right?
Yeah.
What proof could you possibly ask for?
Like, any?
Literally anything. Fine. Check your pockets. You put your hands in your pockets and pull out an envelope with the words, "The Evidence," written across the front.
This is suspiciously convenient.
Within, you find a note in your handwriting. It reads, "The princess will end the world if you don't stop her. This is an immutable truth."
Uh-huh.
That doesn't prove anything. How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting?
Yeah.
I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all our sakes. Please just trust that these rules are in place for a reason. I'm on your side. You mean you're on our side as long as we do what you tell us to?
Yeah.
Exactly. Because you not doing what I tell you to do means you're putting the world at risk. I think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get. Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
No.
I'm not so sure running away is the best idea. We're not the only person stuck here. What about her? Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Is that the same? Or quietly just leave?
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Yeah.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Why am I not surprised? Okay, let's try to leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time. It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Okay. I don't care. I'm not killing a princess. Good. Maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this. Or quietly continue down the path. That means away from the cabin?
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that.
Do you think that will go towards the cabin? Okay.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Looks like to me that you're doing it, narrator.
Is he the one pulling the strings here? Or is this the work of something else entirely?
There's no fighting this, is there? I have to go into the cabin. Don't I? Fine. Oh yeah? Well, I guess I start walking in a different direction. Again, in fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place. We could try. I think we will just end up here again, but let's try it. Let's try everything before we give in.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Maybe I'm not the best hero. Oops, sorry.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen.
Ooh, what?
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes, glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
Ooh.
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Oh my god. Wow.
Wait, what's going on?
But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Oh. Very interesting. Okay. Thank you for playing. There's 10 routes and 1 ending to find in the demo, and many more ways to die. Okay. Let's do another one. Well, that's what happens when you keep walking away from the cabin then. Yeah. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, I don't wanna... I'm just gonna go straight for the kill this time. I won't ask anything.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further.
Wait a second. Maybe? We'll see. Sorry to play with this a lot, but... Okay.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
We're not going to go through with this, right?
She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I wonder if eventually, if the whole game comes out, we will have more voices.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Enter.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Based on a quick online search, there are only the 2 voice actors in the game. Yeah, but I meant that, okay, the same voice actor is the voice for the hero and the narrator and the skeptical voice. So I was just wondering if we will have more voices with the same voice actor, of course, but like, you know, an addition to these voices in our head. That's what I meant. Like, I don't know, the voice of sadness or something. Alright, yeah, you bet. We will get more characters. That would be interesting, yeah, okay.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Imagine that we would have so many voices in our head that we wouldn't even know anymore. We would be just completely confused by all of them saying something else. Okay. Continue down.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
It's just interesting that there's only one of her arms is chained and not the other one. I wonder if that has a story, or it's just, I don't know.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Okay. I haven't decided. I'm just here to talk. Still your nerves and step forward. No talk.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Well, the narrator said that I'm special.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Do you hear the conviction in her voice? Do you see the razor sharpness in her gaze? I don't think she's bluffing. She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Okay. What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us? Are you sure she's not armed? I'm sorry, can we just talk? I'm not dropping the blade. Drop the blade. Slay the princess! Whew. Slay.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
Okay.
You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh,
What a reaction.
this is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder,
Yeah?
do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
No, not really.
There it is again. That razor-sharp look in her eyes and the terrifying conviction in her words. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
I don't think so. Of course it is, she's dead. I'm not sure, I feel like she has to have some kind of trick up her sleeve. Of course not, that was too easy. What should I say to that? Should I just be simple, like the simple way we play this, or my real thoughts? I'm not sure. Way too easy. Second? Okay.
It's over. You could check her sleeves if you want, but I can assure you that there's nothing hidden up there.
We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse?
I really don't think you should do that.
Why?
And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Oh, this is suspicious. Do you want us to kill her or do you not? Okay, so I want to see what happens if we just leave it at that. Because if we touch her and stuff like that, I'm sure that something will happen. So I'm curious what will happen if we just try to leave.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you.
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience.
But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all.
Ooh.
Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of space.
Wow.
What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them.
Really?
Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
By myself in space? With a corpse? That's bullshit. Let me out of here. Oh, okay. I was kind of hoping I'd get a better ending for saving the world. I want this last one.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No. This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward.
What?
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Not for me.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades.
Ooh.
It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Really? It's hard to believe.
Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
We're gonna be the new princess. Okay, explore. Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We are happy. Hell no. Do you have any idea how to get us the heck out of here? Of course we are. I like it here. Okay. The first one is an explore option, so let's do that.
Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
Okay, maybe I'm not happy, and I'm not just saying that because you're the last person I talked to. No, we are happy. I'm sure of it. I don't think that I want to say that we are happy because I'm afraid that we'll just end this round. I don't know. So I'm gonna say the first one.
Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here. Though you're probably not going to like it.
Yeah.
The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero.
He's right. It's the only way out.
Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Okay. Wouldn't using the blade, you know, kill us? Wouldn't we be dead? Anything to get out of this hell. You're right, I didn't like that idea. I'm just going to stick around and do nothing, at least for a little while longer. Explore.
How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it.
Okay.
In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever. I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work. That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
Okay. You'd better be right about this. I'll be pretty upset if we die. I'm not risking death over your weird hunch. Anything to get out of this hair. You're right, I didn't like that idea. I'm just going to stick around and do nothing, at least for a little while longer. Now I'm curious what's gonna happen if we don't stab ourselves. So I think I'm just gonna do the last one for now.
What a relief. I suppose we've got all the time in the world for you to change your mind. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning. Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here. The little voice's pleas fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Wow. Okay. This was very interesting. It said that it's a good ending. That's a good ending. Wow. You'd rather be dead. Yeah. I was thinking that for the next one, we could do the same thing, just go straight for the kill. And then, when we are in space, let's do the stubby for ourselves.
You're on a path you're here to slay her.
I wonder what would happen.
If you don't, you make your way up the short path. A warning. Before she will lie. We're not going to go through with it. Ignore him. He doesn't.
Proceed.
The interior of the blade.
Take the
You
blade.
take the blade from the table.
Enter.
The door to her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds. Don't let it fool you.
Okay, continue down.
You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs. She's so... Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Step forward.
You step forward. Your grip on...
Oh? No talking. I'm probably chained up in this space. So, you should just...
Do you hear the conviction? She's unarmed.
Slay.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way.
Oh, this is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have... Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
There it is again. That razor-sharp look in her eye. Yes. Even... But it's over, isn't it? But is it over?
I wonder if we pull out the knife, will she wake up? Should we pull it out now or after we find out that we are in space? Does it even matter? Let's do that after we find out that we are in space. Okay, she's dead.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, why do I feel like we've done? You did kill, but that day isn't.
Leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return. Only what happened? Everyone is fine.
That's bullshit. Let me out of here. Oh, okay. I was kind of hoping I would get a better ending. Okay, let me out of here.
What's done is done, and there's no going back now. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even days. Hey.
Okay.
I do, but you're probably not the blade. I can hear everything you say. He's right. Do you hear that? Do you not? There's more. Don't you dare.
Okay. Anything to get out of this hell.
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate. Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
So annoyed.
The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
Oh my god.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
Bye-bye. Chapter 2.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the bay, you're here to slay her.
Okay, what do we do now? Okay, so we are not leaving because we did that. Oh, I killed myself.
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again.
Oh, it's the voice of Cold now. Ooh.
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth. And though this really did already happen, why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? Proceed to the cabin. They're just gonna tell me something that doesn't really tell me anything, so let's just proceed.
A warning before you go any further.
No.
She will lie. She won't be a problem.
Proceed.
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge.
It looks different.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Explore. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. Yeah. Explore. Approach the mirror. Take the blade. Enter the basement. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
Don't lie to my face. There's a mirror
What
there.
are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Oh.
But there was a mirror a second ago,
Yeah.
and now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly, it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
What? That's sad. Okay, I always took the blade before, so I'm not gonna take the blade this time.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
I love that everything looks different now.
The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally.
Oh?
As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure.
Uh-huh.
I guess we'll just have to go down and see.
Yeah.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor.
What?
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin.
Is that her ghost?
And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? Ghost! Oh, wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
I don't know, but she looks cute as a ghost.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went. Like how you murdered me.
The specter. What? That's it! Oh no! What now? Damn it! That was interesting. Okay, what should we do next? But do you think she's coming on to us? Unfortunately, it didn't seem like it. That would be fun though, right? She was pretty, I don't know, taken aback when we asked that. So what choices should we make this time? Do you have any idea for that?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
What kind
You're
of...
here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
What kind of approach should we have? I think there's probably only ways to die now. But what was it saying? There was a good ending and 7 different ways of dying or something like that? Don't take the knife off the table, so just let's go down without taking the knife. Okay. Should we ask questions from the narrator or should we just straight up go? We could ask these things because we didn't ask these before, so we don't know what the narrator says, so we could ask. Okay, something. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Or killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Well, let's try this. I'm curious what they will answer.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Why? I'm so curious, why?
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Can someone else do this? Killing a princess seems kind of bad. Forget I'm not doing this. I think I'm just gonna ask this.
Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Can someone else do this?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
Just keeps giving us no answers. Have you considered?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
How do you know that? What do you mean nobody? You just said that the princess wants to end the world, so she's somebody, right?
I mean, maybe some people do. Nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
We asked this before. Okay, let's just go.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from...
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The blade is your implement. You'll need it.
Okay, so we are entering without the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Isn't? Wait. This is different than when she meets us with the knife, when we have the knife.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Ah, notice how she's different now that we don't have the knife. Yeah, right?
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Okay, hi, just checking in on you. I'm here to save you. Lie, I'm here to save you. I think I'm here to slay you or continue down the stairs. Okay, so now that we are entering without the knife, what approach do we want? Do we want to save her without the knife? Or do we want to kill her without the knife? I do think that we will be able to go back for the knife, because the narrator wants us to slay her, so they will probably let us back out this time to pick up the knife. At least that's what I'm thinking. But anyway, what approach do we want? Slay her or or not? Continue down the stairs and then choose slay or save when we see what happens. Okay.
Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done.
Oh my god. What if we try to kill her without a
You
weapon?
walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Oh, so different. Hold on, let's talk a bit first. I see what I can do. Examine the chains. Let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
She's already like, oh, those eyes. Okay, explore. What's your name? Explore. I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking? Oh, good question. I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently a threat to the world. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. I'm sorry, but I just can't trust you. This doesn't add up, and it isn't worth the risk to take your word over the potential fate of the world. This is the option where we go back to the blade. Go back upstairs to retrieve the blade without saying another word. I can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. I'm getting you out of here. Examine the chains. Okay, I'm going to get you out of here. Don't make me regret this. Examine the chains. Interesting. Okay. So what's your name? I wonder if she will tell us this time, or I absolutely won't tell us.
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
So is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
I kind of want to make her angry so that she shows her true self.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
Okay. I'm curious of this. What have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
Yes, anything that would tell us anything about this whole thing is hardly relevant, right?
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Yeah. Keep her locked away? I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. I think I want to do that. Let's do that.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
The narrator is just so annoying.
So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help.
Now she's starting to show her true self.
But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
I will regret either way because you just kill me.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Retrieve the blade. Okay, let's get you out of here. Examine the chains. Lock her in the basement. Okay, I would say let's get you out of here, examine the chains, or lock her in the basement. I think we should lock her and see what happens if we do neither. Lock her. Okay.
I know you think this is some kind of fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work if we just stay here and keep watch. No one has to die.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
Oh my god, that voice.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way back to the stairs.
Fine. Turn your back on me. But it won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
Yeah, interesting.
Either way, she dropped the mask, didn't she? You can still grab the blade and get back down here.
No, we are sticking to the plan and locking her away. Oh, that's a relief. I was afraid I'd already committed to not slaying her. Okay, no, we are sticking to the plan.
It'll be the death of all of us, but fine. We'll do it your way. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade.
Where's the blade?
Okay, we can make this work. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
Is she at the door?
It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
Threaten me all you want. All it does is ease my guilty conscience. So all of that was just an act, wasn't it? You're not really innocent or harmless. You're not even a princess, you're a monster. Ignore her and go to sleep? Oh my god. You're a monster?
I can be innocent and harmless, if I want to be. Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
How?
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Wow.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time, but we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The nightmare.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Deja vu. This happened. Okay, no. But I died. She's going to kill me again. Proceed to the cabin. Oh, she's going to kill me again. Why not?
Again? People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Shh! What if he hears us? That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you? Shit!
Voice of the paranoid.
I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save, after all.
Okay. Just proceed to the cabin.
A warning. Before she will lie, I don't think lying and cheating is a thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away. It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone. The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway.
Oh my god, there's someone in the window. Oh, there are many. They look so cute, but who are they? They have cute eyes. It's kind of creepy. Okay. So here's the blade, the mirror, and some ghosts.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happened to the door? There was a door here last time.
Yeah.
It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
Okay. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. This whole cabin is different than I remember it being. Approach the mirror, take the blade. Or enter the basement. We should try approaching the mirror again. Honestly, I don't think that asking the narrator about the mirror will do anything. I know that approaching the mirror doesn't either, but still. But we already did that. I wonder if it does the same again. Let's ask him then, because we didn't ask last time.
You're right. I was so stuck on the eyes watching us that I didn't even notice it there.
Uh-huh.
What are you two talking about? There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the floor, and the open doorway leading to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Yeah, I knew that you would say that.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. We have to look at it. Unless that's what he wants us to do. And pretending it isn't there is a trick to get us to do exactly what he wants.
Why would you lie about there not being a mirror when it's clearly right there? What's the point? I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. It doesn't matter. Remain silent. Approach the mirror. Oh my god! These are not explores anymore. Should we... Oh my god, what do we do? Approach? Okay. The handsome option is pretty funny though.
You walk up to the wall next to the empty basement door frame. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
Guess it's just gonna disappear again.
This really isn't funny.
Hide the mirror.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Yeah, it's the same.
Make it go away. Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad.
Okay. This whole cabin is different than I remember.
Very different. He changed it, didn't he? It's like he's trying to make us doubt our reality. Calm down. Maybe the three of you just think everything is different because you haven't been here before. Enough of this past life nonsense. You haven't died. You certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Yeah, right.
So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Okay, I think I'm not gonna take the blade again. Oh, look, the dudes are back. So I'm just gonna enter.
Oh, we should have taken the knife. I don't think going down there unarmed is going to do us any favours. You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps suspended in darkness.
Oh my god! Are these blinking eyes? Looks so strange.
More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back.
We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
Explore. How hard is it to throw a knife? I'm going to talk to her. We don't need a plan. I'm just going to kill her. Mr. Narrator seems to think I can do it. I don't know why you're all being such pessimists right now. Step off into the void between the stairs, or continue down the stairs in silence. Oh, the void between the stairs. Oh, that's interesting. I'm going to talk to her, or step into the void, or down the stairs. I like these three. Right? I'm afraid that if we step into the void, it's gonna end. So maybe we shouldn't do that. Maybe down the stairs, or going to talk to her. Maybe just down the stairs. No, I don't know what to do. So I think I'm gonna exclude the stepping into the void. Seems like the void option should have something more interesting than just dying. Should we do that? We could. Let's check it out then.
You attempt to step off the stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force. Why did you do that? What did you think would happen?
Something more interesting. It just didn't let us. I was curious. I don't know, falling into an infinite void seemed better than going downstairs and dying. I'm just scared, or say nothing. I was curious.
Congratulations, you really lucked out. Of all the things that could have happened from stepping into a void, nothing is quite possibly the best outcome you could have gotten. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right.
She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed.
Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
It's interesting though that she is still here. Like she's tied to this place, not just because of the chains. Go left, go right, do nothing, go back to the way you came. Go back the way you came. Do nothing? Okay.
You decide it's best to do nothing.
There you are. I told you I was going to find you.
Interesting.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb.
Look, she's a ghost again.
Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
It's almost like you want me to get you.
There has to be a way out of this. Think! Think! What did you do? pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Okay, that was interesting. It's so annoying that it's just a demo and we don't know how this would continue. So I'm thinking about doing what did we do? Now I'm starting to lose track. We didn't pick up the knife, right? But we decided to keep her locked away. So what if we don't pick up the knife and try to get her out, but without the knife? I think we should try that now. Exactly what you were thinking? Okay, cool. I love it when we are
You're
on the same page.
Path in the woods. And at the end of that path is you're here to slay her.
Okay, we asked a lot of questions last time, so let's just go.
You make your way up the short. A warning. She will lie. We're not going to go through with it. Ignore him. He doesn't know.
Okay, proceed.
The interior of the cabin is all. The blade is your.
Just enter.
The door to the basement. Her voice.
Hello? Is someone...
Is hypnotizing. Don't let it fool you.
Okay. Continue.
Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the prince. She's beautiful. I am begging you to stay.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Yeah. I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key is still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free. And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? Well, we didn't ask this before, so this one's tempting, but I think I'm gonna ask this because it's a different option.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
So if we want to help her, then they won't let us out, not even for the blade.
Is someone else here?
We tried the door last time, so let's shout this time.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Okay. Return. We can't open it anyway.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Oh my god. But why only now? I'm definitely triggering something by coming here.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Only... I can't leave it. Okay. Save or slay? We did save her before. But I don't know what... I don't know. Maybe we should slay? Because she's already half free. Maybe that would have something... a different outcome. We saved her when she was already mean, right? Oh yeah, because we had the knife with us. So we should save her? Maybe... We haven't tried saving her when she's still nice. Okay, let's try saving her then. I wonder if it will have a different outcome, because last time too we were forced to slay her afterwards. We didn't give in and then she killed us. So I wonder if this will have a different outcome or the same. We're still gonna die either way. Yeah, okay, let's try saving her then.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
It's so funny when she has these huge eyes.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the
Yeah,
blade.
it's the same.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Warn her? Should we warn her again? We warned her last time. Or should we just slay? Warn or slay? Because we warned her last time, and I think that the outcome will be the same, is she killing us. So maybe we should just go and slay this time. Okay, I want to go for the slay just to see what happens, because I think warning her will just have the absolute same outcome. We warn her, then we don't stab her, then she stabs us, and that's it. So I think we should try to slay her this time.
Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end. You bring the blade down to strike at the princess's heart. But she's fast. She ducks to the floor, your blade narrowly grazing her backside. Slaying her won't be easy now that she's free.
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying to me this whole time? I don't know what's come over you, But if I have to kill you, then I'll kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
Do you hear the conviction in her voice? Do you see that razor sharpness in her gaze? I don't think she's bluffing. She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart.
Oh my.
It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric. If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The witch.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
I'm getting a terrible sense, yeah. Happened, okay, no, but I died. She's going to kill me again, but I already slew the princess, sure. She also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again? Proceed to the cabin. We always said something, so maybe we shouldn't say something, just proceed. Because there was always a voice telling us that we shouldn't let the narrator know that we were already there. So let's just go this time.
A warning. She will lie. Don't worry. You can trust us to get the job done.
Voice of the opportunist.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Oh my!
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
So should we take it or should we not take it this time? Mirror, approach the mirror, take the blade. Let's approach the mirror again. We always approached, so let's do that again.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror.
I wonder if we would get an achievement for always going to the mirror in every scenario, but I don't think so, because we did get an achievement for not knowing how we look like when we try to clean it the first time. So I don't think we will get any other achievement for the mirror thing.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Okay. So take the blade or don't take the blade this time? What do you think? I'm gonna drink. I don't know what to do. don't take it, if she's still alive, she's just gonna kill us. If she's dead, it doesn't really matter. So maybe we should take it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna take it, because if I don't, and if she's alive, she's just gonna kill us. Have we ever not taken it in the second chapter? Yeah, when we were going down those, when we stepped into the void. I think when we tried to step into the void, we didn't have the knife with us. That's why I want to take it now, because I think that we didn't have it that time. Okay, then let's take it. Okay.
You take the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it. That's not actually a bad idea.
Okay, enter.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
I'm not tasty. Hello, say nothing. I'm not.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look,
Oops.
I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine. You're the boss. Thank you.
Ooh.
You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below. A fire crackles in the center of the room, casting unsettling shadows across the dirt walls. The princess crouches on the other side.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses.
Hmm.
Good.
The witch. Ah, that's it. Okay. Okay, so what about doing a version where we keep the trying to save her, like that version when we are only have the slay options and the warn her options, so we keep warning her and keep not trying to kill her, and maybe it will just go down the same way, but let's try that. I'm curious if it will end the same way like I thought or not. We did the first, didn't we? What do you mean? By that? Or do you mean trying it while she's still nice? So, we go there trying to save her. We are not taking the knife. And when the knife drops down, because, you know, we had to cut her open. I mean, cut off her arm from the chains.
You're on a path. You're here.
Then, you know, we have the blade because it dropped down. So we keep not slaying her, even though we have the knife by then. You understand now? Okay, so let's try that version.
You make your way up the short. A warning. She will lie. We're not going to go. Ignore him. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely the blade. The door to the bed. Her voice soft.
Hello?
Is hypnotized. Don't let it.
Okay, so we always just went down, but what about, I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
I can't see my own face.
Walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
I didn't.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
Okay. Let's see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them they're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the prince.
Okay, I'm going to check.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but is someone else here? You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yep.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here.
She barely hesitates before as she rips her flesh from her bone. It's the blade from upstairs. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Oh. Yes, we don't even have a choice here. We can only save her. How interesting.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm,
My better
just above
judgment.
the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her. The blade is sharp, and her limb. She didn't so much as utter a sound. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as. How is she still smiling after?
Thank you. Now,
Okay.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No. I can't just let her escape. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
It's so interesting how the narrator says that the narrator can't let this happen.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Okay, so warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
Hey, I couldn't. Why couldn't I? That's interesting. I don't know the word I want to use, sorry. But we could, not slay her before.
But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it! Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade! Move the blade! As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Oh, she just kills us, like I thought.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
That is so interesting that she keeps acting like she doesn't know how to kill us. And she still kills us.
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark. And you die.
These eyes, oh my god. Okay. So this is the damsel. This is interesting. Let's
You're on
continue
a path in the
not killing
woods.
her
And at the end of that path, you're here to slay her.
in the second chapter too. Maybe we'll get a different chapter 2 than we did when we died like this last time, since she's still nice. Yeah, so let's keep being nice to her too. I wonder what will happen. Okay. Cabin.
A warning. She will lie. If only you knew what you did to us, you villain.
Voice of the smitten.
Excuse me? Forget he said anything. But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love. Last time? What are you talking about? I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
I do.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. focus on the task ahead.
Okay.
The interior of the cabin
Ooh.
is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay. Approach the mirror like always. We can't leave that out.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Okay, we are not taking the blade. We're just entering the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably... A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love.
This is so funny.
Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
Ooh, that's an interesting look. Pretty sketchy.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
No, is it just a fake, or why can't she hear us?
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
Oh yeah,
I
because
was
it's
so
just always in my
worried
head.
about you.
Okay.
You remember me, right?
The damsel. No! No! Okay. So is there anything else that you want to do? I don't have any other ideas. I think it might be good if you don't have anything else that you want to try out. This is really fun. So many interesting choices and outcomes. I can't wait for it to come out and see how it goes on with all these directions. When the full game comes out, you might be most interested in seeing how the damsel chapter continues out of all the chapters we've seen. Yeah, it's interesting, right? Yeah. So if you don't want to do any other now, you wonder why we looked almost like a... Why she looked almost like a child's drawing. Yeah, that was interesting, right? Well, I think she kind of, I don't know. It definitely has something to do with how we see her at the moment. But that sketchy appearance, I don't know what that represented exactly. Anyway, it's really, really interesting. And it would be so nice to find out. So I'm thinking about this placement because there's the option box here. The line down there can go to the sides and her speech is on the left. So maybe this would be a nice placement for when we play it next time. So yeah, this was very interesting. If you don't want anything else to do, I think I'm gonna finish the stream here for today. It was really fun, I enjoyed it, and I didn't have to read as much as I thought I would have to. It was mostly the narrator and our other voices speaking, so that's interesting. I'm glad that we finally tried it out. I was curious. It was complimented by many people, so I definitely wanted to try it out. Originally, I wanted to play it only when the full game came out, but everyone was already playing the demo, so I was like, okay, let's try out the demo. Let's not wait anymore. You like this game developer's style? Yeah. Their art style and the music and the gameplay. And their vibe. Yes. It's definitely really cool. Yes. I like it too. It's good. It pulls you in. It's nice. So yeah, I can't wait for this game to come out, and I also can't wait for Scarlet Hollow Chapter 5, and then we can continue our usual run and our chaos run. I just can't wait. Okay, well then, thank you so much for being here. This was fun. I had a great time.